Have you ever stopped and really asked yourself how much of your income you should actually invest each month? Not how much you can invest, not how much you'd like to invest, but the real number that can secure your future and truly change your life over time. Most people think they have an answer, but when you look at the data, very few are doing it right. And that's why today on Money Mindset, we're going to look at the real numbers, the actual data, the research, and the math to find the exact percentage of income you should be investing. Because the truth is, there is a number that separates those who end up free from those who stay stuck working for money forever. Stay until the end to understand the real percentage. Leave a like and let's start. According to a massive study by Vanguard that looked at more than 5 million retirement plan participants, most Americans are not investing enough of their income to reach long-term goals. These were all people with defined contribution plans, meaning they contributed alongside their employer into retirement accounts. And when Vanguard analyzed the data, the results were eye-opening. By the time someone reached age 55 to 64, their average retirement balance was only $27,800. That's the average. The median was even lower. And even though this doesn't include all other investments a person might have, it paints a clear picture. Most people are not putting enough money aside, not consistently, and not early enough. The report showed that 3 things matter most when it comes to investment balances. 1. Your income. 2. Your age. 3. How long you've been with your employer that makes sense. As you get older, your income usually increases, and ideally, your ability to invest increases too. But even then, most people never invest nearly as much as they should. The same study also revealed something interesting. On average, people in the US invest around 11% of their income, but that includes employer matches. So if you're investing 5 to 6% and your employer matches another 5 to 6%, the total becomes 11%. That means most individuals are contributing only half of that themselves. Even more fascinating is how automation changes everything. People automatically enrolled in retirement plans contributed about 0.5% more, and in some income ranges up to 2% more, than people who had to enroll manually. Among earners making $150,000 or more, voluntary enrollment averaged 12.4%, while automatic enrollment averaged 14.6%. Small differences over decades are the difference between struggling and being financially independent. 2 lessons come from this. 1. Automate your investing. When the system invests for you, you don't rely on motivation or discipline. It just happens. 2. These numbers align with Federal Reserve data on personal savings. A quick note. I opened a free Telegram community where I teach how to earn money with YouTube and build channels like the one you're watching. If you want to learn how, the link is below. Back to the data. According to the Federal Reserve, the personal savings rate in the US hovers between 3% and 5%. That means the median income household earning around $72,000 a year is saving $2,000 to $3,500 per year. And that includes all savings, not just investing. Compared to other countries, this is extremely low. In Ireland, household savings rates are around 20%. Across much of Europe and Asia, many households save between 15% and 20%. The average American saves 1/4 of what many others save. And remember, saving is not investing. Saving keeps your money still. Investing puts your money to work. A study comparing savings rates across income groups found the top 1% save 38% of their income, the top 10% save 15%, the bottom 90% save close to 0%. Some even negative higher income households have more flexibility because their fixed expenses take up a smaller percentage of income. But the lesson is clear. The higher your savings rate, the faster your wealth compounds. Based on all the data, most Americans invest 5 to 11%, including employer matches. Wealthier groups save and invest 30 to 40%. But the real question is, what percentage should you invest? There are 2 approaches. 1. Follow a general rule of thumb. 2. Calculate your exact number based on goals. Let's start with the rule. The 50/15/5 rule, fidelity, 50%, essential, 15%, retirement investing 5%, short-term savings 30%. Discretionary spending fidelity created this after analyzing hundreds of financial scenarios. Consistently investing 15% over decades leads to strong retirement outcomes. But life doesn't always fit neatly into percentages. Some months are easy, some are tight. The point is to average 15% long-term. To increase your income and invest more, you can start a YouTube channel with my help, link below. Let's make this personal with a case study. Someone age 38, earning $80,000 a year, with $100,000 already saved, wants to replace 70% of their income in retirement, $56,000 a year, using the 4% rule. $56, 0.04 equal to $1.4 million needed, assuming 8% average returns. At a 10% savings rate, it takes 26 plus years at a 20% rate. About 21 years, simply doubling the investment rate saves 5 years. That's the power of percentages. Investing more isn't about saving money, it's about saving time. As Morgan Housel says, if you can earn average returns for an above-average period of time, you'll end up among the top investors. The best investors aren't the ones who pick winning stocks. They're the ones who stay invested long enough for compounding to work. If you're not investing enough, the easiest solution isn't cutting expenses, it's earning more. You already have skills others would pay for. Teach them, package them, sell them. Redirect new income into investments. So what percent should you invest? The realistic answer: start with what's possible now. Aim for 15%. Raise it over time. If you can reach 20 to 30%, you compress decades into years. 10% equal to 30 years. 20% equal to 20 years. 30% equal to 15 years. The difference isn't luck, it's discipline. Most people will never become financially free, not because of income, but because they never begin consistently. They treat investing as optional, not essential. Every extra percent today buys you years later. Start small, automate it. Increase it each year, 10%, then 12%, then 15%. The percentage isn't only about math, it's about behavior. The goal isn't just to reach a number, it's to reach a point where money becomes your tool instead of your master. And yes, just like the people in my free Telegram community who are building their YouTube channels. If you're still here, it means what I explain inside the community works, right? Join with the link below and let me know in the comments what percentage surprised you most. Subscribe to Money Mindset and see you soon. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes only, and any results depend on your decisions and actions.